Here we are at myth number 2. Everyone knows that Quakers don't join the military. When I first came to the museum about 20 years ago, I heard time and time again that General Palmer must not have been a Quaker because he was in the Civil War. And the answer is really interesting. He was both. So the myth turns out not to be true. You've had a chance to look at the evidence yourself. It's pretty self-evident. He was a breveted brigadier general. You've seen photographs of him in his military uniform. You know that he served in the Civil War. He actually was the commander of the 15th Pennsylvania Cavalry. You also have read that it was a difficult choice as a Quaker whether he should join the Civil War or not. Historically, Quakers have usually been pacifists, meaning they object going to war, and instead usually become conscientious objectors, or sometimes do. But the answer is not always. Every Quaker makes up their own mind based on their own conscience whether they enter military service or not. And as you've read yourself, General Palmer believed that slavery was a greater evil than war, and that led him to not only enter into service, but to encourage other people to do so as well. Now, you've seen a few pieces of evidence, but there's a lot more in our collection. In addition to his beautiful Medal of Honor, we also have a 15th Pennsylvania Cavalry Medal that his men commissioned for him. They went to a jeweler and actually had a special medal out of tribute or out of respect for his leadership of their regiment. We have photographs of when the 15th Pennsylvania Cavalry visited Colorado Springs. And you can tell from this photo, this is 1907. They're all elderly. They're all in their 70s or 80s, but they all came together to talk about their service, their shared sacrifice. Being part of the Civil War and serving his country was an important part of General Palmer's life and reflected his value system.